Hey, what's up everyone? Hytale is finally launching into early access in just a few days and I couldn't be more excited. So in this video, I'm breaking down 5 things you should know before playing Hytale to help you get the best experience possible from day one. And if you stick around to the end, I also have a 6-point that can help you decide whether or not you should buy the game. Let's hop right into it. Number 1, this is a true early access and your feedback actually matters. We all know that Hytale is launching as a true early access, not a finished 1.0 release. The developers have been very open about that from the start, but the important part here is why that matters. If you go in expecting a perfectly polished experience, you'll probably be disappointed. But if you go in expecting a game that's actively growing and improving, you're going to enjoy a lot more, especially knowing that player feedback is a big part of that process. The developers recently showed off their in-game bug reporting and feedback system, which lets players report issues directly from within the game, making it super easy. You can submit bugs, include details about what happened, and even attach information that helps the devs reproduce the issue. That means feedback isn't just comments or social media posts, it's structured, usable data that the team can actually act on. And that's what makes this early access launch exciting. We're not just playing the game early, we're getting the opportunity to help shape what Hytale becomes over time. The version you play months from now could look very different, partly because of the people playing it right now. Number 2, game modes available at launch. When you first boot up Hytale at launch, you'll have access to 2 main game modes, Exploration Mode and Creative Mode, with the Adventure game mode coming later. Exploration Mode is the default way most players will experience the game. It's the survival style sandbox where you explore the world, fight creatures, gather resources, and just gradually move through the different zones as you progress, including a 5th zone no one's really talked about that we're going to touch on a little bit later. It's open-ended, flexible, think like the Minecraft survival, right? But what most people don't realize is that creative mode isn't just a separate building mode, it's one of the best ways to understand Hytale early on, giving you tools and perspectives that show the real scale of the world and what the game is building toward. Through creative mode, you can experiment with terrain and layouts, preview large structures, and get a clear sense of how future adventure style experiences are meant to feel. Things exploration mode doesn't naturally surface just yet. Because of that, creative mode isn't just optional content, it's a powerful companion to exploration mode and one of the easiest ways to understand Hytale's long-term vision, even if you plan to spend most of your time playing normally. Moving on to number 3, Hytale's 5 world zones. Hytale's world is divided into zones, which most people already know, but what most people don't know is that there are technically 5 major zones, not 4. So the main zones we all know about so far are the Emerald Wilds, Howling Sands, Whisperfrost Frontiers, and the Devastated Lands. Each of these zones has its own climate, enemies, resources, and difficulty level, and they're designed to naturally guide progression. But there's one more, the 5th zone that no one really talks about, the Deep Ocean. Venture far enough from land and you'll encounter the ocean shelf, a sudden drop-off at the edge of each zone that leads to the Deep Ocean. The Deep Ocean is, effectively, a zone all by itself. It holds many dangers and rewards for the intrepid explorers to discover. And exploring it means thinking differently, managing oxygen, movement, visibility, and combat in 3 dimensions. And it also said that this is after each zone, so we don't know if this progressively gets even harder as well. And unlike land zones, the Deep Ocean doesn't clearly signal how dangerous it is until you're already in it. That makes it one of the most unpredictable areas in the game and one of the easiest places for unprepared players to get overwhelmed. Understanding zones early helps you structure your gameplay in the right way, knowing when to settle down, when to explore outward, and when to come back stronger instead of forcing progression. Next up, we have number 4, mods and how you will install them. Modding is one of Hytale's biggest pillars, but I know for a lot of players, dealing with mods can sound intimidating or confusing at first. Different launchers, mod folders, version conflicts, it's something that scared people away in other games. The good news is that Hytale approaches modding very differently, and it's designed to make the process as simple and hands-off as possible, especially for single player. It's good for me because I hate dealing with that stuff. In Hytale, mods aren't installed through folders or launchers, they're tied directly to the world or server itself. When you create or load a world, you choose which mods it uses, almost like selecting settings or rules for that world. and everything from blocks and items to mechanics and even world generation becomes part of it automatically. You don't need separate installs, special launch profiles, or mod packs. If a world is modded, the game already knows what content it needs. That makes modded worlds easy to share, easy to move to servers, and far more approachable for players who want to experiment without all of that technical setup. Number 5. Servers and multiplayer. Multiplayer in Hytale is built entirely around servers, and that part isn't surprising. Most people already know that. But what most people don't realize is that this server-based design isn't just for large public communities, it's for single-player worlds as well. Of course, from day one, Hytale will have those large public multiplayer servers available through a built-in server browser, but what often gets overlooked is that your own personal world is also a server. Even when you start solo, that world is already running with the same structure as a multiplayer server, just private by default. What's really cool about this is that playing on your own world with 1 or 2 friends doesn't require renting a server, paying money, or managing extra software. You're not creating something new, you're simply allowing other players to join a world that already exists. Hytale isn't separating single player and multiplayer into different experiences. It's designed so that moving between playing alone, with friends, or on a public server feels seamless. And last but not least, that brings us to our bonus point, number 6. Are you still unsure about buying the game? If all of this seems like a lot to take in and you feel like you want to see the game in action before you spend any money on it, I will be doing a little stream marathon starting the day it drops on the 13th, where I showcase the game and survive 100 days live. So make sure you sub up, turn on your notifications, and come join me and gain some useful insight on the game. Also, if you're wondering why there was a Bible verse earlier in the video, my mission with this channel is to spread the gospel while having fun gaming and raise money for meaningful charities in the process. So if that interests you, make sure you guys subscribe, stay tuned. I will drop a video about my mission for this channel soon. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.